unajua kule bungeni Kamche wewe uko kule, huwa kuna communication from the chair, si ndio? Na hapa kuna communication mtazamaji from the director Fadhili Athman, anasema tuelekee Villa Rosa Kempinski ambapo afisa mkuu wa Safari Rally kwa sasa anazungumza. Wacha tusikize.
Let's appreciate the steering committee, please. The local organizing committee, and before I ask them to wave, I want to bring you greetings from the chairman, Carl Tundo, who has been working the whole week in Nairobi, so he excused himself today. But the local organizing committee led by the Vice Chairman, Brian Mutendei, if you're just around, just wave. Thank you very much. The Secretariat, the experts that you've seen around, if you could just stand, because I'm sure you deserve to be recognized. If we could clap for them. You may be seated. And let me just acknowledge a few people who are meant to speak, 2 of them. And because of time constraints, I was asked to summarize what they were supposed to say. The Chief Safety Officer, Engineer Norris Ongalo, please just appreciate him. The head of medical at the Secretariat, Dr. David Karuri, MBS. Cabinet Secretary, we're here as a team of very, very dedicated people, very, very qualified. And just to mention, I didn't know that one day I will head an organization where my heads of department are either professor, engineer, PhD, doctors, and I'm really honored to be in charge of this team at the Secretariat. Let me just mention that we have a special guest, and it's not actually a special guest. We're working very hard to align our policies so that our office in Finland is part of the Secretariat, because it's very key when it comes to greening, and we are happy to have our head of office in Finland, Maya Russell. If you could just stand. Yeah, asante sana. Members of the fourth estate, I am so happy with the number of cameras I see around, and I'm sure Kenyans will be properly informed of the progress of the rally, the preparations for 2023, and indeed we want to appreciate the fourth estate in a big way. If we could just give them a warm clap. As I said, today is a day for our partners, and I'll be giving our partners a chance to speak. And after this, we're going to have an address by our chief guest, and we are going to take questions. I know the question of traffic management is already on the lips of many people, and other questions. So just prepare your questions, but based on the order of seniority. Allow me to invite the KCB representative to come and say many words.
Thank you, Phineas. I don't think I have many words, but thank you for bringing us together this morning. To the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, to the Safari Rally leadership and teams working, the LOC and the steering committees, to all sponsors, media, good morning. My name is Nkapa Mtungi, representing KCB today. Greetings from Rosalind Ishuru, our Group Director of Marketing, who had another engagement this morning where she was making a presentation. But just a few remarks from us. I think KCB has been part of the sporting fraternity across board for quite a number of years, and specific for motorsports. We've been with motorsports for 20 years. We started our sponsorship in 2003. And we've given and supported sports with 1.5 billion shillings. And specifically this year we are giving 150 million, which is going towards the Safari Rally, 100 million specific to WRC, just to help manage and bring this event to life. Over and above that, we have 3 drivers that we are sponsoring: Evans Kavisi, Nikhil, and Karan Patel. And just in line with the greening conversation and what we saw, the trees that have been planted, we're actually scheduled to plant 500 trees next week in Naivasha, and we are going, alongside with our drivers to Naivasha Primary School next week, which is, just supporting the agenda by the government, agenda by the Safari Rally Committee. So we are very proud to be part of this, and the government putting all of us together, together with other sponsors. I think this is something that we've been asking for. So very happy to meet the Safari team, Home Team, Toyota, Kenya Airways, who will join us probably. So I think I was asked to mention, what are some of our expectations. For us, it's really ensuring that this rally is about the people. We're really happy that the launch is being taken to Uhuru Park, just making it a lot more open. We are very keen in nurturing drivers and supporting, and that has been what we have been for the last 20 years. And also the 3 drivers that we're putting on, I wish we could do more, but I hope the opportunities will come in where we can also support more drivers, and making this rally truly one for people and putting our drivers on the map so that then they're recognized. The second
ni upepo nasumbua mitambo. Lakini bila shaka mambo yatakavyokuwa vizuri tutakuwa tunakuregesha kule tuweze kumsikia kiongozi wa rais akiweza kuhutubu punde tu baada kuwasilisha fomu yake ya malipo almaarufu filing return forms. Mtazamaji, kumbuka pia wewe unao nafasi ya kuweza kufanya hivyo kabla kuweza kutozwa ushuru zaidi. Turudi kwenye mduara wa maliwaza, natumai kwamba sekunde chache nitakazo nazo. Kamcha, kuna swala hapa linajitokeza. Bi Julia ameweza kueleza vizuri na natumai kwamba bado hajamalizia kueleza kisa chake.
Bado.
Na naarifiwa kwamba Rashid, tulia hapo tena tuenda Safari Rally kule Villa Rosa Kempinski. Acha tusikize kule kunani.
Let's keep it up, because this is motorsport. It's about safety, and let's continue to emphasize in that area. And we promise as partners that we will do everything in our power to continue supporting the event. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give them a big hand. Before Kenya Airways lands, I will ask our host at the Wildlife Research and Training Institute in Naivasha, where the government has invested, or the Ministry of Sports has invested heavily to be able to run this event, Dr. Roslyn, to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Phineas. The Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Sports, the Arts, and what's the last one? Thank you. All distinguished guests, the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
I bring you greetings from the Wildlife Research and Training Institute, based in Naivasha, where we have the service park. We are honored to witness the rally firsthand. And I want to confirm that the rally is actually on. Dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. So tumeona mawingu, WRC on the ground, a lot of preparations. It's a beehive of activity. We expect to enjoy. So from the CEO's desk, Dr. Patrick Omondi, his greetings and apologies. He was not able to join us today. He had another meeting, actually 2 meetings in the lineup this very morning. So our expectation is, of course, to enjoy like we have done in the past 2 years, and also to benefit from the, is there anything like collateral benefits out of the rally? Yes, we do. And we pledge to support in giving access to the rally drivers and any other kind of logistical support on the ground that you may require. So thank you very much and welcome once more.
Thank you very much. As Kenya has landed, Session. Okay, I am told it is landing in a few minutes. Just allow me to welcome a very special guest today. I think the minister is going to make the announcement on our partnership in terms of free-to-air television, because Kenyans must get a chance to watch the rally free of charge, courtesy of the government and the ministry. And today we are honored to have Samuel Maina, the Managing Director at KBC. Please do come and share with us a few words.
Good morning. I think Waziri has given you breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning.
Waziri, I think the first thing I need to say is that this is a great period for us as Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. The 10 years or 11 years I've been in KBC, I've never seen a focused attention on KBC when it comes to sports like what I've been given by the Cabinet Secretary, Ababu Namwamba. And the love and care this young man has shown on KBC is unbearable to us. Waziri, we really thank you so much. This young man calls me like 3 times a day on issues regarding sports and arts and youth. And I want to assure you, Waziri, we are not going to disappoint. Waziri has brought hope and something that we have always missed, giving to Kenyans the sport. And there is a bigger plan that we are working on. We have been given green light by Waziri that he wants the KBC to be the home of sports and broadcast to Kenyans. With our 2 TV stations, KBC Channel 1 and Y244, with 13 radio stations and 8 services, we can assure Kenyans we are going to deliver to your living rooms, to your borders, mkiwa kwa shamba, kwa radio. We are going to give you everything sports. And with the support of the ministry, we are going to achieve great things. One of the things that we want to assure Kenyans, our signal for KBC is across Kenya. And that is why we are going to broadcast this sport to every corner of this country, where some sports are have been reserved for the big people who can access the signal on pay TV. But KBC, as a public broadcasting house, we have been told to ensure all Kenyans enjoy the sports. Sports is the biggest brand we can sell to the global community. And Kenya is very good in different sports. So this is an opportunity to market our country. We'll do interviews with the teams from all who are participating. We'll talk about the legacy. We have enough footage of since Safari Rally started in Kenya. So starting the countdown, we'll start talking about the legacy of the rally. We'll let Kenyans know the different stages. Phineas is going to give us experts to talk about the rally. We'll do the ceremonial start live on TV at Uhuru Park and broadcast it to Kenyans. We'll do the finish and the Naivasha all areas. We'll interview drivers, and Waziri, we are considering sponsoring Shegu as KBC. As you know, Shegu is one of our own, but we dare say that we are going to support Shegu, and God willing, next year we'll add an extra, but we have decided to support ladies. Because we need to support ladies to be at the level of Phineas, and this year we are going to support Shegu, and next year we are going to support another team of ladies. So thank you very much, and expect the best from KBC. Phineas has been with us. We are discussing every day on all technical areas. So continue supporting KBC, and we are not going to disappoint. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Samuel. I think I picked something interesting, and I think we need to appreciate His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for appointing a young minister to head Ministry of Youth. Just allow me to invite one and only, the national carrier, the pride of Africa, Kenya House representative, Cheche Sagini.
Thank you so much. It's Cecilia, but they also call me Cici. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. My speech will be quite short. We are representing Kenya Airways. We are in gratitude to be able to be a part of Safari Rally again. We've been walking this journey for a while now, so we're super happy to be able to do it again. And we are excited to hit 70 years. It has been a journey. This year, up to 2026, we will be sponsoring 30 million and in kind to the Secretariat team. We also have been walking the journey with the Rally Stars, the young boys. We are sponsoring also 20 million in kind as an airline. As Safari Rally celebrates the 70 years as well, we are glad to soon witness the great initiative of planting 700,000 trees. And as Kenya Airs, we are excited to support this initiative as well. Thank you so much. We look forward to a great Safari Rally.
Thank you. Let's appreciate Kenya Airways once more. The governor of Nakuru County, Governor Susan Kihika, has sent her greetings, and she's ready to welcome all of us to Nakuru County. Before I call the chief guest, Bwana Waziri, I just want to do a special thing that is not in the program. In this room, as we celebrate 70 years, we have a few of the people who made or who achieved remarkable results in the rally during its days as a World Rally Championship. We are planning, or we're in the final stages of planning to host the Legends Dinner. It's been moved from 10th to 9th. Let us please make this note. And in this room, we have a few legends. I will ask Sylvia King to step up and come to the stage. And we appreciate this nice girl for all our achievements. Please do come on stage.
Oh, you make me feel old.
Tough girl, tough girl. Which years did you take part in the rally?
First rally, 1970, for the Safari Rally. Last one was 76. And then I turned to the other side, where I became the organisation side, and brought in Marlborough for the Safari Rally, and they stayed with us for 11 years.
What was your role when KCB was coming into the sport in 2003?
Okay, we lost the World Rally Championship in 2002. And a new committee was formed with KMSF in 2003, and I was asked, along with Tim Davis actually, to see if we could find a sponsor for the Safari, because the Safari lost WRC, lost its big sponsor. So I was driving up Langata Road home after the office one day. I saw this big billboard saying, "We're making a difference, KCB." And I thought, yeah, I can help you do that. And Tim had a nice contact with Terry Davidson, who was then the MD. And he contacted him, and he said, "We'll contact our marketing department." So Michael O'Query was the marketing director at that stage. So we met with Michael and Ken Wamai, who sadly passed away, as you know, last month, I think. And we presented to them the Safari Rally 2003. And it was a long 6 months project to get them signed in. They were keen, dead keen. Young boys, you know, they wanted to get into the rally, but there was more than just marketing. They had to involve retail. And after 6 months, we signed off, and KCB became our partners for, is it 20 years now, guys? Long time. And thank you. Thank you.
Please appreciate Sylvia King. I'll call you on stage for a photo. In this room, I have one Surinder 30. If you could come on stage, please, for a few questions. Surinder, when did you first participate in the Safari?
The first Safari I did was 1979 with Gary Mahihu. I was in University of Nairobi with Gary, and Gary was a very keen motorsportsman.
How many finishes have you registered?
I've done 8 finishes, 11 Safari rallies as a competitor, and the rest as a team coordinator and organizer. So I've done a total of 22 Safari rallies.
Let's appreciate Surinder. Thank you very much. Safina, did you do any WRC rally before 2002? Yes. Please come on stage. So Safina Khan, when did you start entering the rally?
In 1999. I managed to enter 4 safaris and finished all. We actually won the Coup de Dame trophies for 4 years, and the last safari I did was 2012.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Safina. And I have another legend, Jim Kahumbura. So Jim is a familiar name. He's a director of KMSF and also chairman Motorsports Council. So Jim Kahumbura, when did you first enter the safari?
I think it's 1987. That's when I started riding, not safari. But then in 1995, I entered my first safari rally with a Toyota Silka. I finished. Then I did 1998, I did not finish. But the one I remember very well is 1997, when I finished the safari rally and won a Group N class with a Toyota ST185.
Correct.
That was the best I ever did in rallying. Then I continued rallying until 2000, and I joined the management of the sport.
You're also a former chairman of KMSF. Which year was that? Or which years were those?
Yes, I was the chairman of KMSF in 2008 to 2011. But I've been a chairman of my club for the last 10 years. And until somebody wants to take me out, I'm still there.
Let's appreciate Jim Kahumbura. Thank you so much. That's part of the legacy of the rally, because you're celebrating 70 years. And thank you very much. You don't always get this opportunity, but I entered my first safari in 1993, and I had just joined Mazda. I had returned from Japan, where I did my orientation in motorsports for 3 months, and I went all the way up to 500 kilometers when I retired, but all the same, I got the best performing African rally driver of that year. In 1994, working with Mazda Speed of Japan, I gave Mazda their first safari rally finish since 1973, and I was 13th overall. In 1999, I'm just making it brief, working with the Korean automaker Hyundai Motorsports, I became the first person in the world to win a world title in a World Rally Championship for Hyundai. What you see today, I started that program, and I won the WRC F2 class in 1999, and it was the first for Hyundai. After that, McRae, the brother of the late Colin, won in Portugal, which was after the safari, and that's part of the history of the rally. In 2000, I drove again, and I was the best performing African crew in 14th overall position. Thank you. I took a break to work for government, actually for the presidency, for the Kibaki presidency, and by 2010, the bug was still itching, and I came back and drove in 2 safari rallies. And you know, in 2010 when I came back, I won a stage, so I am so happy to have won a stage in a safari rally. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. Right now, I would like us to be upstanding to welcome our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, Honorable Ababu Namamba.
Thank you, Legend. May we be seated, please. We have turned this space to a house of legends this morning. I think we should give all those great Kenyans a round of applause. You cannot mention the history of Kenya. You cannot celebrate the Kenyan heritage without mentioning the Safari Rally. The Safari Rally is interwoven into the very DNA of who and what Kenya is. In fact, rallying is 10 years older than sovereign Kenya. Rallying started in this country in 1953, 10 years before we celebrated our independence as a sovereign country. And that is why this year, while we will be celebrating Kenya at 60, Kenya turning 60 as an independent state, we will be celebrating 70 years of rallying, which truly is an incredible heritage, incredible history. As part of that heritage, as part of that very proud history, we are rolling out a program to mark this platinum anniversary, the 70th anniversary. On the 9th of June, we have the Legends Get Together. Perhaps the first time, actually not perhaps, certainly, definitely, the first ever gathering of the legends of this incredible 70-year journey. And we'll come together under the same roof to celebrate those that are here with us today. Sylvia King here, incredible Kenyan. Jimmy Kahumbura will be celebrating Phineas Kimathi. Surinda right here. But we'll go all the way down that journey, that memory lane. We want to see the families of Joginder Singh, the families of Sheikh Mehta. We want to interact with the Ian Duncans of this world, Vic Preston Juniors of this world, the Kenyans that have really defined this incredible heritage that is part of our very proud history as a country. And that will be the evening of the 9th of June. And on that day, we want to celebrate them. We will all be walking down memory lane. You can imagine what it's going to be like to listen to some of the memories shared by these great people. And those who have since departed, we are tracking their families, so their families will be with us. So we expect a full house. A week down the line, on the 16th of June, we are having a special event as part of our Greening Legacy agenda. And we are calling it Sports for Climate Action and Wellness. We are going to gather, this will be the entire staff of the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, and our partners and friends. We are going to green a whole section of the Kasarani complex sporting ecosystem, where we are turning a whole corner into a forest as part of this greening legacy. We will be planting trees on that day, the whole day, but it will also be a day of fun, and that day to continue the celebration of the proud legacy of rallying. Earlier this year, I was in Monte Carlo at the start of the WRC series, the Monte Carlo Rally, and we spoke very proudly about Kenya as a thought leader, as an action leader, on the agenda of sports for climate action. So it is something we are taking very seriously. And during this 70th anniversary, we want to elevate Kenya's position in leading from the front, in taking deliberate, intentional, structured action around climate action. But ahead of all those activities, on Friday next week, the 2nd day of June, His Excellency President William Ruto will officially flag off the 70th anniversary celebrations at State House. And we will be inviting a number of you to join us for a special ceremony, a special occasion, when Phineas, you have to turn the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic into a rally legend in one day. So we are not taking the platinum anniversary lightly. 70 is not something to take lightly. I mean, 70 is special. Even biblically, 70 is a special year. And so a lot more will be happening as we celebrate this. But of course, as we do that, it is absolutely critical that we deliver a rally like no other for the WRC Safari Rally this year. We have put in place what we believe to be a good package. I really want to thank everybody who is part of the planning process. I want to thank our steering committee, which I chair myself, the local organizing committee, which is chaired by another rallying legend, Carl Flash Tundo, and the secretariat that is headed by yet another legend, Phineas Kimathi here, and all of us that are part of these preparations. We are not leaving anything to chance. They say failing to plan is planning to fail. And that is why we are paying very keen attention to every single detail. Waswahili wanasema safari ya kesho hupangwa leo, na ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa na visipoundwa havielei, na vikielea vimeundwa. So for us to make it happen, for us to make sure that we deliver an incredible rally, we have to invest ourselves in it. And it must be all hands on deck. From the work people like Govi are doing to make sure that the course is ready and all the logistics that go with that. It's a very technical exercise. I've learned a lot interacting with Govi and his team. It must be all hands on deck. To the team that is leading processes like security, safety, crowd control, traffic, led by Commissioner Julius Kabiru here, a very fine officer, a great Kenyan. We must make sure that everything is clockwork, is moving like clockwork. In the last couple editions, we had a lot of challenges with traffic. We inconvenienced both the rally enthusiasts and other road users. It was actually nightmarish. And this year, I have asked Kabiru and his team that is controlling traffic, safety, and crowd control, that we must get it right. We must make sure that traffic is flowing and that there is safety and that crowd control is absolutely top-notch. But this morning, we are here to celebrate partnerships, because the one thing that is part of the legacy of rallying is the spirit of partnerships coming together to deliver this. And that is why we have come together to thank those who are partnering with us this year for this platinum anniversary, but who are also actually part of this proud history, this proud heritage. I want to applaud in a very, very special way the Kenya Commercial Bank. For being a dedicated partner. And as we celebrate 70 years, we are also celebrating 20 years of KCB consistently, persistently, and equivocally supporting the rally, including critically during the time when this rally was frozen out of the WRC series. Asante sana, Kenya Commercial Bank. As we say, it is for people, for better, for people, for better. I also want, in a very special way, to thank Toyota, who are now called CIFA. We need to start getting used to that. And we are told CIFA is now bigger, better, swaggier. Now it is CIFA. But I want to thank you for, again, being a very consistent partner with the rally. We appreciate the support you give that enables some very critical work to be done. The cars that Guvi and his team are using to do Reiki and just make sure that the course is okay, those are your cars, and we don't take that for granted. Asante sana Toyota CIFA. We appreciate in a very special way Safaricom, who are providing support in an area that is also very useful for the agenda we have. And we are working with the Safaricom in many other areas, including in football and other aspects. And we are happy that Safaricom is on board for this legacy rally and also moving forward. We appreciate in a very special way the pride of Africa, Kenya Airways. Tunashukuru Kenya Airways. I love to say that Kenya Airways is our ambassador extraordinaire. You know, anytime you land, whether it's at Heathrow or at Schiphol or at any airport in the world, and you see that wing painted in bold, okay, bold Kenyan colors, you just feel yourself, you feel the pride coursing through your veins, okay? And Kenya Airways in the skies is part of what brand Kenya is. And we are very, very happy that Kenya Airways is part of this. I proudly, consistently, stubbornly fly Kenya Airways, proudly and unapologetically, and I encourage all of us to fly Kenya Airways and be proud of this amazing Kenyan brand. Asante sana, the pride of Africa. And we want you to remain the pride of Africa. And you know what it takes to remain the pride of anything. So you must remain the pride of Africa. And we are happy that you are part of this. Let me also thank the Wildlife Research and Training Institute that is actually our host in Naivasha. You have provided a home for the rally. Asante sana, both for the work you do and for the partnership. And last but not least, certainly not least, I want to appreciate in a very special way the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC. And KBC right from the days of the Voice of Kenya VOK, you are part of this incredible story. You know, as little human beings, even before we interacted with TV, we interacted with the rally through radio. Okay? And the radio, I mean, you will not see anything, you just hear the broadcast and the drama behind the mic, but you still feel the adrenaline of the rally through the broadcasts on the Voice of Kenya. And I'm glad that KBC is now part of celebrating this legacy. And now KBC is the signature media house that we are using to send a message that we want the Kenyan media to take a prominent place in profiling what is Kenyan. And I have thrown a challenge to all our media houses, which I repeat here. KBC, Royal Media, KTN, NTV, all of you, TV47, K24, I'm challenging you. We have opened the door for you to populate this space. Please take over this space as Kenyan media. We have so many offers on our table from foreign broadcasters who want partnership with us in the area of sports, in the area of the arts. But we are holding back because we want our Kenyan local media houses to take charge of this space and let everyone else take their feed from you, but take the original feed to broadcast what is Kenyan. We cannot be celebrating 60 and we have a broadcaster from a neighboring country taking the original broadcast rights for something that is so Kenyan in history and heritage. And then you say you are proud to be Kenyan. I find a problem with that, a serious problem with that, forgive me. And I must say the Kenyan media is the most vibrant media on this continent, with no doubt. The most vibrant media on this continent is Kenyan media. There used to be a broadcaster who used to broadcast live football in Kenya. As a foreign investor, they moved to a neighboring country. But even when they moved out, the entire human resource that runs their operation is Kenyan. It's the Kenyan system running that operation. So why can't you, good people, you great Kenyan media fraternity, why can't you take over this space? And government is saying, we are ready to support you so that we can build this legacy together. We are ready to flag off the rally. His Excellency the President is ready to flag off the rally. I'm informed that at the close of the entries, we had 35 cars, Phineas, confirmed entries. Really top class entries. I've just been looking at the list of the names, as big as they come. Big names coming from across the length and breadth of the globe for the rally. That is for the main WRC segment. But for the national championship, which will be part of that program, I'm informed that we are targeting to have at least 50 entries. So it is going to be a very rich list of competitors. We want to ensure that as this great spectacle rolls off the ramp, all our partners must get value for money. We want our partners to get value for money. Okay, KCB, Toyota, Kenya Airways, Safaricom, KBC, we want all of them to get value for money. But this is something I believe we are guaranteed, because in terms of eyeballs, I'm informed that the Safari Rally is also perhaps the most watched of the, is it 13 or 14 Phineas? The most watched of the 13 rounds of the WRC is the Safari Rally. So in terms of eyeballs, both locally and globally, you are actually guaranteed some incredible opportunity to be seen all over the world and across the country. We have introduced what we are calling the Hafla Bazaar, which is something that is now part of our sporting ecosystem. What the Hafla Bazaar is a customized space for our traders to interact with sports. It is part of our Talanta Hela agenda of monetizing sports, monetizing talents, commercializing sports, and making sure that sports become a key economic driver. And in the Hafla Bazaar, for those of you who have been able to see what we have done with other events, we have done it with the Magical Kenya golf tournament. And for the first time, we had Ushanga traders and maize roasters and other traders take their trade to the green manicured golf lawns of Modaiga Golf Club. It was quite a special occasion, and they did good business. I personally visited the bazaar, interacted with some of the traders there, and they did good business. And as the great golfers golfed and took a break, they would walk into the bazaars and take away some beautiful Kenyan products from the Hafla Bazaar. Most recently, we did it at the Kipkeino Classic at Kasarani, again where we had the Hafla Bazaar. And as the incredible menu of athletics went on in the main stadium, we had a lot of trading activities going on in the Hafla Bazaar outside the stadium. And for the Safari Rally, we're going to have a Hafla Bazaar at the flag-off point at Uhuru Park, because we have taken the rally flag off to Uhuru Park because we want it to be truly a people rally. There'll be a bazaar there. There's going to be a bazaar in Naivasha. There are going to be bazaars along the highway. So we are going to provide spaces in different places where our traders can make money. Pesa mfukoni for our hustlers while this great event is going on. So support the Hafla Bazaar, and I'm happy that Kenya Commercial Bank is supporting the Hafla Bazaar in a very deliberate and very intentional way. Asanteni sana. While that is going on, the Hafla Bazaar is not just about selling things. The Hafla Bazaar is also about entertainment. Our creatives are in there, music, comedy, and a lot of other activities that go on in the Hafla Bazaar. We are also on course to launch the broad Talanta Hela program, which is the signature for all this. Talanta Hela is a legacy initiative of government. And I already mentioned that the President will be flagging off the 70th anniversary of the rally at State House. That will actually be part of a broader program where the President will be unveiling the Talanta Hela initiative officially that Sunday, on the 2nd day of June. And so I believe we are ready. We appreciate this partnership, and we want to walk this journey together to deliver an incredible experience. To the world that is preparing to come to Kenya for this rally, let us send a very clear message that we are ready. Kenya is incredibly hospitable, and we have incredible staff to offer the people coming to visit here. The ministry is running a program, a special project we are calling Sports Safari. And so as you come for sports, we also have a package together with the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife that showcases the beauty of Kenya to the world. And so we tell you, Karibu Kenya, the land of Hakuna Matata. This is that land, and we are welcoming the world to come and be part of this incredible experience. Now we will conclude by me inviting the CEO of the WRC Safari Rally Secretariat, the legend Mr. Phineas Kimathi, to receive the official support from government. Government is proudly the biggest sponsor of this event, and we are very happy that we have continued to offer consistent support and will continue to do so. Because of the very hard economic times and the exigencies of austerity, we are providing support that is actually half of what was spent on this rally last year. We believe that even with the tight economic times, the team will still be able to deliver a memorable event. And I want to thank your team, Phineas, and the Secretariat for agreeing to live within the tight means that we must all live in. We are all tightening our belts, and even as we do that, what is important for Kenya must go on. So if we could get some help to get this now away from here, the podium out of here, and then we'll have the presentation, or in front, okay. And Phineas, I think we'll ask one of your legends to join you. Sylvia, please join Phineas in receiving support of government, which is 1,486,000 shillings, 369 for the WRC Safari Rally. Sylvia, please come this side. Come this side. Yes, please.
Come this side. What? I hope the income tax don't come after me.
You just became a billionaire.
Thank you. Yeah. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Surinda, please, on behalf of the steering committee. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Join us, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Where's Jimmy? Jimmy is here. Okay, very good. Excellent, excellent.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana, that is the support of government. 1.4 billion shillings to support this legacy event. Asanteni sana. And as that goes on, let me also okay, billionaire in town.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, as that goes on, let me just also confirm that we are very keen to see participation of young people in this rally, and we thank KCB for supporting the youngsters. We thank Safaricom for the support. And we have also offered support. Besides this support, we have offered support for a team of female drivers. I want to thank KBC for supporting Pauline Shehu to race, but government is also putting out an all-female crew to participate in this rally. And we are encouraging young ladies, young girls, you want to rally, we want you to be part of this incredible experience of rallying, and government has a special program to support ladies and to support youngsters to be part of this rally. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Waziri. Let's appreciate Waziri once more. Now, back to the MC.